Living out there, I think everybody hears me talk, thinks I'm dumb, you know, so I'm like overcompensating for it a lot. Like I find myself like using big words totally superfluously, you know, like in ways that are neither germane nor apropos, you know, like sometimes people find out I'm from the rural South and they talk to me like I'm a North Korean defector or something like that. Like, I've literally had people ask me totally sincerely, they're like, you're from the rural South? How did you get out? Well, first I had to bribe a riverboat captain. Have him secret me away up the mighty Mississippi. At which point I was able to barter for passage on one of those, what do you call them, sky trucks?
Comedian Trae Crowder is the perfect person to articulate the deep divisions present in our country and how those divisions come to light in our political system.
People don't understand what it's like to be from the South, you know? I have wondered if maybe the past few years in this country might help people from elsewhere to understand what it's like to be from the South, because now America is the South of the rest of the Western world, right? Like, I don't care if you're from Portland, Minneapolis, San Francisco. As far as France is concerned, you Mississippi now. Well, we're like... It's true. We all the same dumb in the eyes of the world. I've met some Californians concerned with our reputation abroad. They'll be like, you know, I don't even want to travel lately, you know, because I know I'll go somewhere, they'll find out I'm an American, and who knows what they're going to think about me. And I'm just like, oh, yeah? Yeah. You worried that people from elsewhere might find out where you're from and make broad, sweeping assumptions about you? Yeah, that sounds terrible. I don't know what I would do in that scenario.
Crowder is spot on here. Aside from being the laughingstock of the world, we often get lost in the stereotypes and caricatures of our fellow Americans and forget that genuine progressives and leftists live in the middle of MAGA land in every state, which is why it's so important for Trae and others like him to break the mold that many on the left have put him in.
Ever since Trump, you know, people have said, like, you think Trump's bad, wait till you see the next crop, the ones that are inspired by Trump, but that are smart and competent and stuff. And I used to be like, yeah, that don't sound good. But DeSantis has showed us all that that's a fallacy, because, like, if a wannabe Trump is smart, then they can't be Trump. That's the whole deal, baby. You can't coach that. It's like when people try to make a so bad it's good movie on purpose. It's like, no, you have to mean the awful stupidity. You can't fake it. You have to feel the awful stupidity in your bones, or these people will sniff you out. And I appreciate Ron for teaching us all that lesson.
So let's unpack Trae's thought that there can't be a smart Trump clone. What he's saying is the man Trump and the word smart are incongruent. They cannot blend via clone or label, because Donald Trump's brand, no matter what he says, is not smart. Even using alternative facts, it's not brilliant to lose races for your party, deny the existence or the severity of a pandemic, and to keep defaming a woman to the tune of an $83 million judgment, or to claim you're worth billions to save face in one case, as that same $83 million judgment winner was seeking damages from you, which are in part based on your ability to pay. With Donald Trump, this is about a cult of personality. The brand is him. And that means knockoff MAGA candidates are already working at a deficit, particularly when the GOP's policy objectives coincide with Trump's. And that means they are unpopular.
I know, I realize that expecting the oldest, whitest contingent of church papaws that Iowa has to offer to vote with even a modicum of sense would be like expecting the old chimps at the zoo to not play with themselves in front of the middle school field trip, right? Like, it's just their nature. First of all, dude, Simone Biles couldn't do the types of gymnastics I've done mentally over the past few years trying to justify Trump's support. In 2016, I was like, well, okay, so he's lying, but they don't know that he's saying everything they want to hear. He's checking all the right hate boxes. They just don't know that he's full of it. Maybe after 4 years of him, they'll get it. Then 4 years later, I was like, nope, Nope, they don't even a little bit get it. But, hey, I mean, at least it's not like he's the public perpetrator of an actual insurrection. It's not like he's been indicted criminally damn near 100 times, right? The reason that Iowa Republicans have picked a different candidate in the past is because they have a huge contingent of evangelical voters. They pick who they think is the Bibleist, right? Either way, the point is they vote based on the Lord, which implies that as of now, to them, the serial philanderer and pathological liar who wouldn't piss on a church fire unless he could profit from the ashes is somehow the second coming of Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm a little put off by that. And they have chugged the Kool-Aid, y'all, which, by the way, no way it's anywhere near sweet enough. I mean, Iowa white people, they don't make Kool-Aid worth a damn, but I digress. The point is, we got to get out in front of this right now, all right? Because it's not just their own Kool-Aid they're poisoning. They're trying to get it in the water supply, all right? I was talking about Kool-Aid at the end there, which I often do, but it made me realize, like, this really is kind of Jonestown-y, this whole thing, the massacre, because it's like Trump and his supporters. Everybody points out it's culty all the time, but we're all talking about them like, so what's up with all these crazy people out there in the middle of nowhere who love this perverted weirdo so much? What's that all about? Seems like they just do whatever he says, kill themselves for him and stuff. He seems like a dumbass to me. I don't get why anybody would be into that. It's weird, the parallels there when you really think about it. But the difference, of course, is that when those people did that, it was tragic, but it didn't affect the rest of us, right? It would be more like if Jim Jones had gotten everybody else to drink that Kool-Aid, kill over dead, and then he hopped on a plane and immediately went and started World War III or something of that nature, right? Tanked the economy again. If he had the capacity to do that, it would have been a whole bigger story, don't you think? And he'd be a little bit more of an asshole, historically speaking. And now that guy controls the hearts and minds of a solid 30+% of our fellow Americans.
Trae's analysis of the MAGA crowd is spot on. And if you come on down to the South and other deep red areas of America, here's a little secret. You'll run into more and more people just like him.